All right, so just like regular complex numbers, a plus bi, we can add, subtract, multiply, divide. So this is where you're going to be real happy to have the cis, okay? It's going to really make your work a little bit easier here. So notice we have two separate complex numbers here, z1 and z2. I want you to just kind of pay attention to the formulas here. If we're trying to multiply, notice that we then multiply the r values and add the thetas. And it makes sense because multiplication and addition often go together, right? So if we're multiplying our complex numbers, we are going to multiply the r's and add the thetas. If we divide, then we divide the r's and subtract the thetas. When we add our thetas, there's a chance that our angle might end up being more than 2 pi. So if that happens, we will take out the rotations. I don't know why I can't write today. And we'll have to pay attention to the form of our answer. If they're very specific about wanting the angle to be between theta and 2 pi, if we get a negative angle then, which might happen when we subtract our thetas, then we might have to use even odd, right, to pull that out. All right, so here's our two values, and they just want us to multiply and divide. So when I divide, that's what they want me to do first. I divide my r's, so I'm going to have 9 over 6. I'm going to go ahead and use cis, and we're going to have, then we add our thetas, right? 2 pi over 5 plus 4 pi over 9. So let's see, 9 over 6 is 3 halves, cis. Okay, so we need both of these to be, we need it to be over 45, right? So we're going to have 18 pi over 45. Wait, I added, I should have subtracted, right? Because this is division, so this should be a subtraction. But I'm still, the common denominator part's still the same, right? And then this will be 20 pi over 45. So 3 halves, cis. Let's see, I have 8, well, I can do that without a calculator. Negative 2 pi over 45. When we write this, let's think about writing it in the form that they want it, because we do have that negative angle, so let's talk about that for a second. We would have 3 halves Okay, so if I do cosine negative 2 pi over 45, cosine is even, correct? So I can just say the cosine of 2 pi over 45, right? And then this is plus I sine. But if I'm doing the sine of negative 2 pi over 45, sine is odd, correct? So the negative kind of comes out. So this would turn into a subtraction sign, right? Minus I sine 2 pi over 45. So like I mentioned before, if you get that negative, kind of think about that even and odd and pull it out. And then if I'm multiplying, I multiply my r's, so 9 times 6 is what, 54? And then I'm going to have cis. And since I already know the fractions, I'm going to go ahead and put them in. 18 pi over 45 plus 20 pi over 45. So 54 cis 38 pi over 45. Easy peasy, right? Okay, we do the same thing if we have degrees instead of radians. So first they want us to divide. So we divide our r's. We'll have 6 over 10 cis. Ooh, 160 minus, oh, never mind. I was thinking it was the same thing. Never mind. 160 minus 130 is 30. And what, 6 over 10 reduces to 3/5? And to multiply, we multiply, so 6 times 10 is 60. Cis, what are we going to have, 290? And it's that easy.